Welcome to the Maine Art Spirit Studio, and a special welcome to all the pre-K friends of mine out there. I'm filming from the Indian Island School Art Room, and we're going to do a wonderful lesson today. We're going to do our self-portraits. Remember a long time ago, not too long ago, you made these wonderful portraits. They were of yourself. You actually looked in a mirror and you did these portraits. I thought it would be fun to do them over again, but this time we would use found materials. And Mr. Vermette, I'm going to make my own portrait today so that you can follow along. So wonderful being able to see your faces today. And I also want to say, as long as we do art, we'll never be apart. So let's do some art together and let's have a lot of fun. All right, we started with these images of ourselves, these pictures of our faces that were done quite a few months ago, and we saved them. This was a thank you for all the teachers that had helped you, and it was a wonderful gift, and I kept it because I loved it. And there were some different collage pieces, little pieces that you added to the painting. So that's what we're going to do today, but we're going to add a lot more collage pieces. First thing we're going to do is take the cutout that looks like an egg shape, and we're going to make that be our head. So we're going to take our pencil, trace really carefully by pushing up against the cardboard and pressing down with a pencil, and that will represent Mr. Vermette's head. Now the other thing you want to do is, if you have a wide neck, you'll probably be out here, but I want you to do, mine's probably going to be a little more in here, so I'm going to make a neck like that. Just a line here and one line here. And remember, nothing has to be totally perfect. It would also help if you had a little mirror, or if you could look in a mirror or see your face and see yourself. I can see you. So you can see yourself, the colors, and so I'm using a little mirror today. And one of the things I want to do is match the color of my hair. So I'm getting grayer, so I'm getting an older gray, and I used to be blonde, so now this is more of a dusty light brown. So I've mixed the two together like this, and just went 2 or 3 times and created a blend of colors so that it's a mixture. And what I thought I would do is I would do my hair. Now my hair isn't too long, so it's not super long, so I'm going to cut them into short lengths. And when you cut your hair, it's always a few short lengths. At least my hair they do, unless you have really long hair. But if you have long hair, you probably want to add that long hair. Make sure it's a lot longer. If you have really long hair like that, you probably want to have longer lengths. But Mr. Vermette, I have these very short kind of, and I have that kind of thing going. I usually part my hair in the middle still. All these years I do that. And there's my hair. You want to be real imaginative. The next thing you want to do is, somewhere in the middle of your portrait, you're going to find your eyes. So I found these would be great if I could just use my scissors and make them into kind of an eye shape. That would be one. I'll put this part in there. I'm just going to take off the edges. And you parents out there who are welcome and who are working with your students, you can actually help out with the cutting in all of these parts. And as I look into my face again, I can see that my eyes today are bright blue. So I'm going to make the color of my eyes be blue, and how I made that is I just started to kind of wind that around like that, around my finger. Just kind of wrap it, like kind of like the snake dance. Just get really close. I want to get it big enough, then I'm going to cut it. And there's my other eye. And I need 2 pupils, so I thought I would have 2 beads. Now I'm going to give you a packet of materials, things like this, a whole big packet like this, so don't be afraid to pour them all out and take a look at all of them. That would be your next step after you start creating things and if you run out. I have this shell for my nose. That's a big nose, isn't it? Then I would do my nostrils, like this. So far, so good. And then I want to do my mouth. I'm not sure how, but I have popsicle sticks. I have different types of things I could use for my mouth. I could have a small mouth. I'm not sure, but that's the thing, to look around, see what you have, and to use that. So I think I'm going to stick with this mouth, and I'm going to cut it in the middle. And that's the thing, you can cut these. And let's see if I can do 2 more here. One like that. Just a little bit like that. I think I'll do that. And I have a mouth. It can be really imaginative. The great thing about this today is that we're using familiar things like colored popsicle sticks. We're using shells, familiar things, to imagine what else they could be. And that's the great fun. Then I'm going to have my beard. I have a little bit of hair in here, so got my mustache going. And coming down in here. And there we go, kind of a goatee and a mustache all in one. So far, so good. And now the next thing I'm going to do is, what am I going to do with my shirt? So I think what I'll do is I've got these pieces of cloth, and I gave you some too. So I thought I would make a patchwork of cloth. So what you can do, along with what I'm doing, is take your scissors and kind of cut along the line. Best you can, doesn't have to be perfect. And maybe right along here. And then I'm going to glue a shirt on, and then I'm going to let my hair come down over my shirt like that and make it nice and straight. Now I'd like to have a little bit of a V there. So let's do a little bit of a collar-like thing. Maybe I could do that. All dressed up for school, look at that. And then I'll add a little more here, because I don't think I had quite enough. Or maybe I have a piece that I could just add like that. And then I'll cut this off. What am I missing? What am I missing? Yes, my ears. My ears. And there's something else I'm missing too. You're probably not seeing it. I'll point it out. Can you see what I'm missing? That's right. I'm missing my eyebrows. How could I miss my eyebrows? I'm going to take a little bit of my hair and get like 2 or 3 of these together, line them all up, and then I'm going to cut them even smaller. And I'm going to have a little bit for my eyebrows. This is so much fun making your portrait. So much fun. Okay, that looks great. And now I think I'll put an earlobe right there. I'll put another earlobe. This doesn't look exactly like that. If you need it to, maybe I can cut it. One earlobe there, one earlobe there, one ear there, one ear there. Very cool. Now I can do other things to the background, a lot of cool things if I want to, or I can just leave it the way it is. It's actually kind of cool just to leave it. Now the boards that we were given that we're working this portrait on was actually donated by School Street Picture Framing in Brewer. And they are a fantastic company to get your artwork framed, and they donated this just because they thought it was a good project that we were working on today. And so they've given you a board that on one side is all white and on the other side is a color. So I've given you different colors, and you can choose whether you want to do the colored side or the non-colored side. Either one is fine with me. And then you might want to decorate the background. So let's take a look at what we got in this bag. I have a lot of stuff. Maybe I'll do shells. I love these shells. They're very natural and very, very bright. Now I think I'll do a shell background, because my relatives all come from the coast. They were seafaring people. So it would be kind of cool to add something about the ocean. And I have a lot of different choices, and you'll see that in the bag that I gave you, you have a lot of choices that you can make. And you can put them all on, or you can put some of them on, or maybe just a few. Whatever you want to do is fine. Put an earring on if you want, or maybe a different kind of thing like this. I'm going to do some buttons. Let's see, I'm going to do a couple of buttons. I think one button will go here. Then I'll have another button right here. Then I can take my trusty pen and I can make a couple of holes for my buttons so that they really do look like heart buttons, like that. I also got you some feathers and some different things if you want to do more, but I kind of like mine the way it is. And when you feel like you like it the way it is and you don't want to do any more, then that usually means that you're done, so you can stop at that point. And then when you come back, the next thing we're going to do is glue all these pieces back together, and I'll show you how we do that. All right, let's start to glue these. What I use is a glue gun, and I've also put in your packet some Elmer's glue. You can do that too. Elmer's glue takes a little longer. It'll be in a cup like this, and you can use a popsicle stick to take it out and to glue things slowly. But I'm going to do that too. If you use a glue gun, this is a grown-up thing. Let the grown-ups do it. Don't try to do it yourself. But here we go. Well, thank you for joining me today. It's been a lot of fun doing artwork with you and seeing your faces again. I'd love to see what you create. Give me a picture, maybe send me a picture on my email, which is michael.vermette@iis.bie.edu. And I would love to have you like or comment or particularly subscribe, because I may have another video to come out and it will come right to you if you do. This is my portrait. Have a great time doing this project, and I hope to see you soon.